I thought by 25, I would be barefoot in a kitchen, cooking beautiful meals, having 3 kids on my hip and a golden retriever, circling my house with this amazing husband. And let me tell you, 25 looked nothing like that. And I remember feeling the pressure, the comparison of, holy crap, I am so behind in life. And I realized that if I was to have those beliefs around being behind in life, comparison, and all of that kind of stuff for my entire life, because that shit doesn't go away, that I would have a really hard time. So about 10 years ago, I decided to completely change my relationship to comparison, to timelines, to these arbitrary goals by certain times, and just begin to live life on my own terms. And I can't even tell you, holy moly guacamole, life feels so much better. So this episode is specifically for the person who feels like you're behind in life, who feels like, oh my God, everyone's getting ahead, everyone's making bank, everyone's having kids, everyone's getting married. I have a framework to share with you today that's going to help alleviate a lot of that pressure and actually begin to live life on your own terms. I am so excited. Okay. Guys, the second thing that I'm super excited about is I am planning a 2-day live event here in San Diego, November 20th and 21st. I cannot freaking wait. Here's the vibe of the event. Okay. It's called Women in Wealth. It's 2 days in person in San Diego for us all to get together to release, shed, and break free any limitations around money, around wealth, around receptivity. It's really about cultivating and creating our $1 million year next year so that we stop really giving into the limitations that we have. I am so jazzed about this event. I'm so freaking excited it's going to be both. Like half of it is going to be around like the energetics of wealth, how we can actually increase our internal vibration so that we can become a match for the things that we desire. Yes, with money, but just with life in general. How can we allow this experience of life to feel so good on our bones, like so aligned in who we are, so aligned in who we are. This experience is going to be a chance for you to connect with amazing women in this community, women who are on this path of growth and development and transformation. I know for so many of us, we can feel like the black sheep of our family because we have this idea of, I don't want to do things in a linear way. I don't want to get the college degree and get the 6-figure cushy job. I want this life to feel authentic to me. I want this life to feel fulfilling to me. And sometimes that can feel so isolating. So get in the room with women who are on the same path as you, women who are so aligned in the mission that you are here for, women who just amplify and mirror back to you your greatness. It's incredible what 2 days in a live experience, deep immersion can do for your nervous system, for your mind, for your whole entire life. My goal for you is to leave that event feeling changed on a cellular level. That is my promise to you, is that you are going to be changed on a cellular level. You're going to learn the practical, tangible tools in order to increase your receptivity, the amount of money that you can actually bring into your world, bring into your life, and to leave with lifetime long friends who are there to support you, to amplify your dreams, and to really be those reminders for you of your greatness. So go to pausebreathwork.com/wealth. That's pausebreathwork.com/wealth. Tickets are going to sell out like crazy. There's already such a vibe in our community around this event. So drop everything that you're doing. Go to pausebreathwork.com/wealth. Get your ticket. We have regular, we have VIP, depending on what you want. Head on over to pausebreathwork.com/wealth. I can't wait to hug you in San Diego in November.
Can't be contained.
That's what I'm talking about. About a decade ago, I was feeling just so much pressure around my life, my timeline around getting married, my timeline around having kids, my timeline around my success, my timeline around absolutely everything. I would look outside of myself to go, well, they're 25 and they're already getting married, or they're on their second kid, or whatever it is, and I just remember that crushing feeling of, I'm behind. And when we have that core fundamental belief that we are behind in life, what happens is we have this urgency that comes online. And that urgency is like this anxiety, like, I gotta go. I gotta get the man. I gotta get the money. I gotta get the kids. And there's this feeling of like urgency, go. And what's interesting about that energy is when that is our baseline energy that things are created from, we're just going to create more of that, right? That's how creation works. When creation is created from a place of love and alignment and power and passion, it just perpetuates that energy and then we get it back, right? So when we're really creating from that place, it creates this beautiful cyclical energy where that energy comes back to us. Now, on the contrary, if we are creating from fear, doubt, urgency, comparison, all of that kind of stuff, we're going to get more of that back. And it's going to be this cycle of just pain after pain after pain after pain after pain. And so I realized about 10 years ago, I was about 25 years old, that if I was to continually be in that place where I am comparing myself and I have the pressure of time when it comes to marriage and kids and money and all of those sorts of things, then life's going to feel pretty challenging for me. Life's going to feel pretty hard for me. And what's interesting is I still have this pressure, and I've talked about this in previous episodes, but I have this pressure of like soul mission, which this is the piece that I'm working on now. 10 years ago, it was the piece on I need to find a husband. I need to be, have kids by now. I need, it's more of like those like lifestyle things. Right now, the piece that I'm working on 10 years after that is the soul mission race to time, if that makes sense. Like I have this feeling inside of me of like, there's so much healing to happen in this world. There's so much awakening. Like I don't have enough time to do it. Right. So I feel that feel like that's the piece that I'm working now. But 10 years ago, it was like the marriage, the kids, the money, the blah, blah, blah. I'm going to address it from that angle today because I know that's where so many of you are. Like I get messages from y'all all the time on Instagram saying, how old were you when you met Eric? I feel like I'm behind in life. When are you going to have kids? When did you make your first million and all that kind of stuff? And the biggest thing that I had to realize that I really had to get with, number one, is God has a divine timing for your life. And that was the thing that I needed to not only like, oh, that's a nice thought, but like fully freaking embody it. Like God's timeline, source's timeline, the universal timeline is so much more intelligent, so much better than yours. Hands down. Like if I married the guy that I was dating at 25, I would be divorced by now. There's no, absolutely. He was not the one for me, but I was under a time pressure. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You don't want to get married to the wrong person at 25 and then get divorced at 35 and have to do it all again. Like that's not fun, right? That's not fun. And so I had to trust with every single part of me that there was this divine time, this universal time. And all I had to do was keep holding the vision of what I desire. I desire to have a husband that is just so amazing, so great, so it treats me so incredible. I desire to have a business that makes multi-million dollars a year and it's so fun and I'm doing the thing that lights me up so much. I desire, keep holding the vision of what you desire. Keep making it so crystal clear. Right? When we have a crystal clear intention and an elevated energy in the body, that's when the universe is like, I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to do that. So I had to really, really get with that. And I know that was so hard because we have this thing called Instagram and we're comparing ourselves to everyone and their dog. Like you're comparing yourself to that chick from high school that you don't even like. You don't even want her life. You don't want to switch lives with her, but she's got a baby. Who cares? Your time is coming. Your time is coming. So can we surrender? I know for people who are impatient, that's the worst word in the world, right? You're like, Sam, I hate that you just told me that. But we got to. And surrendering isn't giving up, my loves. It's not giving up. It's not like, oh, well, I guess God forgot about me. Surrendering is like, let me just be in the flow of life and let me keep holding the faith and let me keep holding the vision and let me keep energetically being where I desire to be. Like I remember before Eric came into my life, I was so eager to meet my person. And it's funny because the 10 people that I dated before Eric, it was like trying to fit a triangle into a circle hole. I was like, this is almost it. If I just carve off the edges and I shove it down here and I stick it in here, this fits. Cause I was so addicted to the idea of I want to be married and I want to start my life with someone. And I could feel inside of my body that it just was so not the thing. It was so not the one. All of those men are epic. They're epic people. They're amazing, but it just wasn't a fit. It's just not a fit. It doesn't mean that the person is a bad person fundamentally. It's just like, it's just not a fit for my life. There is just some value misalignment. And so I kept having to attune back to, I'm trusting God's timing and I'm holding the vision. I'm holding the vision and I'm becoming the woman who is ready to welcome in that guy, welcome in that person, welcome in whatever it was. And so I would live my life as if it was already done. I would live my life like the moments that I was single. I would live my life as if that person's already there. I would date myself, become the best version of myself possible. And I would live my life as if that person's already there. You know, I remember this, I was living with my girlfriend, Aunt Julie, at the time, and I was single. We're like living in this big house. And I remember literally cleaning out half of my closet because I'm like, that's where my man's clothes are going to go. Like I started to do these things where I'm like, I'm creating the spaciousness for this person to come in. I'm like, I'm not going to work until 8 p.m. at night. I'm going to stop at 5:30 because that's what I would do with my man. And I started to just live my life and act as if. And this helped me trust in the divine time and become the type of woman who is ready for that to happen. And just keep being the type of person where like, it's already done. This is already a done deal. Same thing in business. Right? A lot of my breathwork facilitators are like, when am I going to have my $1 million year? I was like, well, are you like, how much have you told your cells, your soul, your heart, every part of you that it's already done? Because if there is a gap between where you're at and where you want to be, and you haven't embodied fully that version, and we're going to do so much of this at Women and Well, so get your ticket and just come. We're doing a whole experience on the radical embodiment of who we get to be in order to attract and be that version of ourselves. Like, it is freaking going down. Do not sleep on this. pausebreathwork.com/wealth. Do not sleep on this. I promise you it's going to be amazing. But this is the vibe. It's like energetically, emotionally becoming the version of you where it's already done. It's already done. Because when we're in comparison, we're in lack. And then we're going to get more of what we don't want. That's just the way it works. The universe responds to where you are at vibrationally. That is a universal law. That is a science-backed law. It responds to where you are at vibrationally. So if you are vibing at $5,000 a month, but what you desire is $500,000 a month, then before the money shows up, you got to get to that $500,000 a month and live it and breathe it and assume that it's already done, breath by breath, moment by moment, even when the evidence doesn't show up, even when you keep getting like, oh, it was a bad week. It was a bad week. It was a bad week. Don't fall to that vibration. Like, get yourself up there. Like, get up. You know that Forrest Frank song? I was down, but now I'm up. That's the song. That's the vibe. That's what we want to do. That's it. That's the thing. It's like, no matter what the 3D reality looks like, we want to allow ourselves to get up here. Because if we're racing the clock and we're operating from lack and we're just on this hamster wheel of like, what's Becky doing? What's Chelsea doing? What's this girl in Iowa that I don't even know? What's she doing? Oh my God, she's got 3 kids. I've got none. What am I going to like? Get out of there. Energetically, that's giving the universe the wrong message. Completely. It's giving the universe the wrong message, like 100% completely. So allow yourself to fully be in the vibration of it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. The man, the kids, the business, all of it. And this is truly how we begin to collapse time and draw those things to us quicker. You want to accelerate how quickly things come to you? Have momentum energetically. Like, have momentum energetically. Like, get in the momentum energetically of it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. Like, visualize, feel, visualize, feel, visualize, feel, visualize, feel. That is how we begin to collapse this thing that we call time. Because in reality, there is no time. Everything is happening all at once. So this is how we align our vibration and we get into the seat of the soul and we begin to just vroom, 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 attract. Like, we are attracting things to us, breath by breath, moment by moment. I want you to think of time as a rhythm. Like, time as a rhythm, not as a race. When we are in the rhythm of time and we have this energy around, ooh, when is that going to come to me? Like, I've put it in the vision. I'm feeling it. When is it going to come to? It's this rhythm. I almost feel like I'm just like dancing with life. When I get so clear on the vision of what I desire to create, it's in there. There's no wobble. It's already done. There's certainty. It's already happening. It's already happening. Then I'm just in the dance. I'm like, there's a divine time for this thing to be manifested to me. It has to be manifested to me. That's just the way it works. And then there's like this rhythm of like, oh my gosh, when's it going to come? How is it going to come? And then there's this like playful curiosity of like, holy moly, this is going to be so epic. Like, I can't wait to meet the person, meet the man, see the baby, whatever it is, have the $1 million, whatever it is. And then there's this dance. So there's this rhythm. It's not a race. And there's two types of time. There's Chronos time, which is like the clicking of the clock. And then there's Kairos time, which is the soul's time. It's aligned timing. Divine timing, right? Your soul is on its own pathway. And there's a certain timing that your soul is evolving and moving into based on the lessons that you need to learn. Your human mind cannot rush that. Your human mind cannot overlay that and push it. And if it tries to do it, like we said already, we're just going to create more of what we don't want. I have this tattoo on my wrist that says "Be Here." And I got this after one of my first breathwork experiences. I think it was actually my first breathwork experience, where I just felt the facilitator's hands on my chest, and he just like squatted down and he's just like, "Be here." And it was in that moment where I got united and acquainted with the true feeling of pure presence, of being so grateful for the present moment and being completely where my feet are. And I felt the vibration of how good it feels to be fully present and being where your feet are. And so it's something that I'm reminded of, like every single time I look at this tattoo and I glimpse it, whatever I'm doing in life, if I'm like going into my closet to like grab a hanger, and I just look at that tattoo and I go, am I being where my feet are? Or am I, while I'm getting dressed in the morning, thinking about all the things and all the stresses and all the things? And it reminds me like multiple times a day to be where my feet are. Even as you're listening to this podcast right now, just take a moment, take a beat and ask yourself, where am I at? Am I really present in the transmission of what is coming through? Or am I racing around doing like, and it doesn't matter, like no judgment, but just take those micro moments of your day, steal it back from our survival strategies and everything else in our world that is trying to take our attention, and just fully be where your feet are. An amazing thing that you can do as well is do like a timeline detox. Like, what are the things in your world that are reminding you or telling you that you're behind in life? Can we get rid of them? Can we unfollow the accounts on Instagram that are triggering? Can we opt out of conversations that feel like there's that sense of like hustle or urgency? Can we begin to like really become present with like our divine timing? Can we pray and ask like, help me trust the divine timing a little more, because I feel like I've been dropped. And just be honest. Like sometimes like I can get, I've had times where I'm so mad at you, God. I'm so mad at you. Like I feel like I'm dropped. I'm like having those conversations of just like calling it for what it is, like being real about what it is. And then one of the things that is so good for the nervous system is like whenever you say to yourself, I'm behind, replace that with I'm becoming. I am becoming the greatest version of myself. I am becoming. I don't know if you know how bamboo grows, but bamboo grows into the ground deep, like deep into the ground. And then boom, it like shoots up and just goes crazy. We have bamboo all over my house. So I know this one real well. You're not behind. You're growing. You're laying the foundation. You're setting the vision. You're clearing the space. It's all happening in perfect timing. And in hindsight, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I get why this didn't work out for me the way that I wanted it to. Right? God only has 3 answers. Yes, not right now, and I've got something better for you. So get to the end of the line, the vision of where you're going, and look back and go, I'm so excited about it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see why God's making me wait. The universe is making me wait. I can't wait. Like if I really look back at the 10 guys I dated before Eric, and I thought a handful of them were going to be my husband, I'm so glad that they weren't, because it's not rejection, it's redirection. I was constantly being redirected. Yesterday, Eric and I were walking back from our office. We got a new office. It's so fun. Clearly, I'm still recording the show here, but it's just fun. It's beautiful. And we're walking back and I just look at him. I looked at him and I'm like, I can't imagine being with anyone else other than you. Like you make so much sense to me. But when I was 30, 29, I had this urgency of I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time. And if I was to go all in with the person I was dating at that time, my life would look very different and not what I want. So trust yourself, trust the divine timing of your life. I promise you, it is so much more powerful than the urgency. Release the urgency and really allow yourself to step into your ultimate power. All right, my loves. I am so excited to see y'all in San Diego, November 20th and 21st. I'm going to put the link in the show notes for you to get your tickets, get involved. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a party. We're going to have so much freaking fun. I hope you have the best day ever. Share this episode with someone in your life who feels behind in life. Just say, hey, if you're feeling the urgency, if you're feeling the comparison, maybe you just broke up with someone and you're like, oh my God, it's going to take me so long to find the next person. Send them this episode if it was helpful for you. I love you all so much. It's such a joy to be able to serve you with this podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I cannot wait to see you in San Diego in November. We'll see you soon.